Today we're going to do another Beatles bite, and this one is Don't Let Me Down. And this one has a cool double stop R&B type thing. So what I want to do first, I'm going to play it with a backing track, and I'm going to do it 4 times. Even though that it only plays it once originally, I'm just going to play it 4 times, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put it up on the screen here. Don't forget, if you haven't, so you can grab the sheet music for this at the ukelikethePros.com and under the masterclass. So here we go. Let me play this for us 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3 and don't let me down. Don't let me down. So that's actually the verse. That's not really part of the Beatles Bites, but I'm going to show that to you anyways just because it's only 2 chords. So pretty cool, right? Double stop, meaning 2 notes at the same time, and it's very like R&B sounding. So I couldn't decide where to play it. I couldn't decide if we should do it this way, which is where I just played it, or this way, which is the same exact thing except it's all here on a different string. This one, the second one, is a little easier overall, except for you got a big jump from the 2nd fret to the 7th fret, and you don't have a lot of time to get there. So that's why, I don't know, this one's cool, but I kind of like the first one because it puts everything right in one position. Alright, so I'm going to be using my thumb for this particular lesson. And what I'm going to do here is, well, the first chord it's just an E chord. They hit it. You don't have to hit it because it's kind of hard to hit the chord and then get to the lick, but it's just hitting an E chord. Okay, and the way I'm fingering this E chord is like this. It's just I'm barring strings 4, 3, and 2, and I'm just hitting those things. So 3, 4, boom, and then you get the lick. Now the lick itself comes in on beat 2, and if you notice underneath this tab, I actually put the counting because this is an important lick to understand where exactly you come in and play. And so the lick itself starts on beat 2. Okay, so you hit the E chord on beat 1, 3, 4, 1, and then it's 2, and then you got the lick. All right, so the first lick here, and so again, it's on beat 2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my first finger in this. I'm actually going to just bar it here, even though I'm only playing the 3rd string 6th fret. I'm just going to bar it here at the 6th fret. And then my second finger is going to be on the 2nd string 7th fret. And those are your first 2 notes. So you're going to hit that, and that's 6 and 7. You're going to play them at the same time. And then I'm going to hammer on. So my 3rd finger here is going to hammer on to the 3rd string 8th fret. And what the hammer on is I'm not going to pluck it again with my thumb. I'm just going to hit it once and then hammer that finger on. So hammer that 3rd finger from onto the, so basically the note's going from the 6th fret to the 8th fret. Okay, but I'm going to do it while holding both chords together. And that's your first lick. Okay, so it's, and then the last part of beat 2 is you got to jump here and you got to bar strings 1 and 2 here at the 7th fret. Okay, and that's 2 E and. So it's 16th note, 16th note, 8th note. So it's 2 E and. So it's 3, 4, 1, and 2 E and. 3, 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and. Now that's probably one of the hardest parts of the lick right there, because you got to do the hammer on, and then you got to shift your first finger shifting from the 6th fret to the 5th fret. Now this next part's cool. This is right on beat 3, and it's going to be the same rhythm, which is 3 and 3 E and. So 16th note, 16th note, 8th note. And I'm going to just hit this again right where I'm at. So first string, or strings 1 and 2 at the 7th fret. I'm going to hit that together. Then I'm going to hammer on this time from the 7th fret to the 9th fret with my 3rd finger. And the 9th fret, that's on the 2nd string. And remember, the hammer on, I don't pluck it again. I just hammer that finger on. And that's a little hard to do if you're not used to hammer-ons. And then I go back to 7/7. So there's your first 2 beats. And let me play it for you. So it's 2E and 3E and 2E and 3E and. Okay, then the next part, it goes right on beat 4, and I'm going to go back to the very first chord that I played here, which is first finger on 3rd string, 6th fret, and my 2nd finger on the 2nd string, 7th fret. I'm going to hit that on 4, and then I'm going to hit the 9th fret by itself on the 3rd string with my pinky. That's going to be 4 and then my very last chord is 7th fret, 2nd string with my 2nd finger and 3rd finger on the 3rd string, 8th fret. And that's beat 1 of the next measure. Okay, so let me play the whole lick for you. 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and 3E and 4 and a 1, 2, 3 again, 4 and 1E up, not 1, 2, 3, 4E and a 1E and a. Let me count it for you. 3 and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and 3 and 4 and 1. 2, one more time. 3, 4 and 1E and a 2E and 3 and 4 and 1. 2, 3, 4. And that's the lick right there. That's you know, it's cool, but it's a little tricky. Alright? But once you get it, you're going to be happy with yourself. So let's try that. I don't want to show you the other one yet, but let's do it with a slow backing track. We're going to do that 4 times. So 1, 2, I'll help you out. 3, 4, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and chord 1. 2, 3, 4, and chord 1. 2E and 3 and 2, 3, 4. One more time and. And don't let me down. All right, we'll get to that in a second. So I think that's the way I like to play it, at least. But as I mentioned, I did want to show you this way too, because this is actually a pretty cool way too. And this will actually push your technique also if you try this one. And so what this one's going to be doing is, instead of starting a lick here on strings 2 and 3, I'm actually going to go to the 1st and 2nd string. And actually the whole lick is only on strings 1, 1, and 2. That's it. Okay? So it might be easier, except like I mentioned earlier, you have to shift from up to here and up to here. So what I'm doing here is, and I have it on the screen here, but the rhythm's the same. 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and 3 and. Yeah, it's just slightly different. So I'm barring at the 2nd fret, strings 1 and 2, and I'm going to hammer on with my 3rd finger on the 2nd string to from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret. So it's 1E, and then on the and of, oh, not 1, it's 2, so it's 2E, and then on the and of 2, I got to jump all the way up here to the 7th fret. Okay, strings 1 and 2, and then now this part of the lick's the same, just like we did before. So 7, 7, and hammer on to 9th fret of the 2nd string, and then back to 7, 7. Then I go back here to 2nd fret, and this is 4. And then my pinky's going to be on the 2nd string 5th fret for the and of 4. And then my last chord on beat 1 of the next measure is 2 and 4. So 2nd fret of the 1st string, 4th fret of the 2nd string. Okay? So this is this licks. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1. 2, 3 one more time. 4 and 1. 2 E and 2, 3, 4. So I'd be interested to hear what you like better, which one is easier for you or which one you like. It's probably personal choice. Some people are going to like the first way, some people are going to like the second way. All right, so let's try this one with the slow backing track. And again, you can hit that E chord if you want on beat 1, and then you got to jump to this. All right, so here we go. Nice and slow. This is slow backing track. We're going to do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 4 and 1. 2, 3, 4, and chord. 2, 3. 2 more times. 4 chord and 1. 2, 3. One more time. 4 and 1 now. 2. Don't let me down. Now that's what the part we want to learn next. So before we do it with the fast backing track, let me show you that. So here's what it's going to look like on the screen. I don't want to do it with the rhythm too much today. Okay? I want to just show you just the chords to it, and then you can kind of make up your rhythm. I'll just show you a couple key parts to it. All right, so let me just check in real quick. I haven't done that yet. And I want to say hi to everyone and thank you for asking a question, just checking in. Let me know you're here, checking it out. So, okay. So, hey, John. So good to see you. Thank you for coming here, John. And, all right, I see a few other people, so thank you for being here. All right, so the chords. Check this out. First chord here for the verse, this is your verse chord, is F sharp minor. Okay, F sharp minor. All right, and then the way I'm playing that is my first finger's here on the 1st string 4th fret. My second finger's on the 2nd string 5th fret. My pinky is on the 3rd string 6th fret. And then my 3rd finger is right above it on the 4th string 6th fret. So F sharp minor. And that's going to get 2 whole measures. So it's da dee da, F sharp minor, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, dee da dee da. And then it goes to an E chord. All right. So the next chord is not that E chord, this E chord right here. Alright, so what I'm doing here is, this is the way I finger it. It might be slightly different than the traditional way, is I bar strings 4 and 3 here at the 4th fret. So that just lays flat and covers both those strings. Then my 3rd finger sneaks in here on the 2nd string 4th fret. And then my 1st finger's here on the 1st string 2nd fret. And that's my E chord. Alright, so this is how I'm going to play. And that gets 2 measures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Back to F sharp minor. You can just do chord notes. 1, 2, 3. Now back to E. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is what I will point out though, that's just important. The pickup lyrically, don't let me down. That wasn't the right key, but we'll go with it anyway. Those are something new that maybe a lot of us haven't seen before, and those are called quarter note triplets. And you can see them if you're looking here, right here in this on the screen here. Those are quarter note triplets. And so that's the rhythm of it. Da dee da da. So F sharp minor, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Da dee da dee. So it's cool if your chords match that melody rhythm. 1, 2, dee da dee dee. so those are the two chords, the F sharp minor to the E. And I do have the rhythm up there for you. Don't even worry about copying it so much. You can kind of do your own thing, listen to it. But I at least wanted to go over those two chords. Because really, this is the Beatles Bites. I want to really focus on the intro. But it's so cool, right? I mean, and people always asking about if you could just help them out a little bit with the lyrics. So there you go. A little bit help with the lyrics. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to this one here. And we're going to do the intro now 4 times, except this time with a fast backing track. All right. And so let's see how you do. And then what I'll do is I'll go into the verse part. There won't be any backing track, but we'll continue on. So here we go. So here's your fast backing track. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Don't let me down. Here we go, watch this. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. All right, not too bad. My pitch was a little better that time. Okay. Before we get out of here, I want to do it one more time, except this time I want to do it with this. See how we do it, and then we'll go into the verse again. I'll see if I can get that up on the screen this time. So here we go. We're going to do the fast backing track again with this intro, the one that's on the screen now, and then we'll go into the verse chords. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, 1. 3, 4. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. All right, not too bad, huh? Pretty cool stuff. So there's a lot going on here. I hope you dug that stuff. I know I had a good time playing it and being here with you. I'll do one last check in here and see if there's any questions. But other than that, I think we're cool, and you got a lot to work on now, as do I, as always. Okay, so I think we're cool. I'm going to take us out playing it one more time, and as always, we'll see you in the next lesson. So here we go. One, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. How about the next one? 3, 4.